YouTube, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to another video on the Gunnerbeat channel. How will Mikel Arteta line up against Palace match week 2? Will he shake things up compared to match week 1 against Forest? Well, let's dive into that. In the defense, at keeper, it would be easy to keep Ramsdale in there, but I think there's some part of me that just feels like we're going to actually see Raya make his debut for Arsenal, and the reason being, Arteta's already shown the ruthlessness by bringing him in as a new signing to compete with Aaron, and he just played Raya in a behind closed doors friendly against Luton earlier in the week. I think he's going to just give the second start of the year to a second goalie and really just kind of compare Raya to Ramsdale straight off the rip. The back four. So the Timber injury, of course, is horrible. Who's going to step in for him? I think we're going to see a fully fit Zinchenko step in at left back, and then continuing left to right, I think we're going to see Gabriel return to the back line and make his debut this season. And then, of course, the mainstay, the Rolls-Royce, the center back himself, William Saliba. He's going to be his partner in that center back duo. And then right back, I think we're going to see Ben White. He has more than earned his keep, and he looks to have another strong performance, or really pick up from his performance last week. Moving into the midfield. So, this is where I think it gets pretty interesting, because there's the argument of, stylistically, do we shake things up? And now that Partey's not going to be an inverted right back, and really Zinchenko is going to be more of that inverted left back, does Partey fit into a pivot, if you will, with Rice? Now, I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case this week, and I'm actually going to predict that we see the same midfield that we saw against Forest the first match of the year. So that leaves us with Rice, Odegaard, and then Kai Havertz. Havertz, of course, being, I think, the controversial pick, where you would think Partey would maybe take his place in that midfield three. I think he's actually going to stay, and that now takes us to the attack. Will we see things be shaken up front? Yes, I actually do think we see a change, with that change being in the form of Leo Trossard finally making his Premier League start after what's just been a unbelievable preseason. And is this ruthless? Yes, very much so. If you compare Eddie's goal that he just scored against Forest in the first match of the year, I think it's tough to take Eddie out after going 1-1 goals to game ratio. But I think Trossard has just proven that he needs to be given a look. And assuming that we didn't see a worldy of a training session this week from Eddie, which who knows, we might have, but what we can go off of for Leo Trossard is his brace that he just scored in that same behind closed doors friendly against Luton that Raya saw the start in net. So I think really we see a shakeup in goal. We see a shakeup at left back and left center back, and then up front as our number 9. But really, positional name tags and designations are all just arbitrary terms, I feel like, and it's really the fluidity across the lineup and almost the amoeba shape, or lack thereof, if you will, in terms of just the fluidity and the versatility of almost everybody in the lineup to just change their shape at any given point in the game, is why I think we're going to see Trossard take over. And then the wings, I mean, I don't have to tell you, anybody could have guessed. We got our star boys, Gabby Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, are going to continue to light the world on fire down the left and the right, respectively. So, where does that leave us to recap? We have David Raya in net, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, comprising and rounding out that defensive line. And then in the midfield, no changes. Then we're going to see Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard. And then in that front three, I think the lone change is Leandro Trossard to really get his ability and just offer him that opportunity more so to just put him against Eddie and others as they look to figure out who's going to be the mainstays in this starting 11 in this Premier League early chapter. Let me know in the comments, who do you guys think is going to start against Palace? And would you change really things up all that much compared to Forest in match week 1? Who do you think comes in? Who do you think comes out? And you know what? Let me know your match prediction as well. I'm going to give it a 2-0 to the Arsenal. I think Kai Havertz scores his first Premier League goal for Arsenal, and then I think Martinelli gets his first of the year as well, rounding out a blistering start for Martinelli, a goal contribution per game, which would be an incredible season, and we know he's very much capable of that. If you guys enjoyed, please support by dropping a like, subscribe, and a comment, or even, hey, check out some of the shorts videos I've been doing. That short form content, let me know in this comment section if you enjoy that. And if you really want to see more of those shorts or you prefer these long form content, let me know and I will fulfill your wish. Come on, you Gunners.